Hey guys, I'm Steph.
And I'm Richard. Question from Karina Saucedo. Hey guys, can you make a video on the ideal woman in Korea?
Oh, that's a hefty, controversial topic.
Well, it's not controversial, there's just so many ways that you could answer it.
Well, it is controversial because, you know, what woman is actually ideal, and ideals, I don't like ideals. So what would you say the ideal woman in Korea is?
Well-behaved, relatively thin, not too boisterous of a personality.
Really?
Yeah, what about you?
Well, first off, I would say Korean, because, you know, Korean men are generally looking for a Korean woman.
Ideal age.
Ideal age? Well, what are they looking for? A mother? Girlfriend? Sister? What do you mean by ideal age?
Well, it depends on who's doing the looking. If it's a man who's looking for a wife, then the younger the better. For all men. Right?
I would say mid-20s then.
Yeah, if you're talking about a man looking for a woman. Now, what if it's just a woman in general, like, say, doing some advertising for a particular company, like being sponsored? Then what's the ideal Korean woman?
Late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, but I mean, like, just, are you talking about body type and age? Or are you talking about all the attributes that go into being a woman?
I'm just talking about age because you want to have a woman who's old enough to have some knowledge of the world and how it works, and also young enough that they're not getting married and having kids yet.
Yeah, but if you're talking about K-pop then, late 20s is probably too old, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they like to start very young.
Well, they like training very young. That's
Yes.
what I've heard, yeah. What was the name of the girl that just committed suicide recently who didn't get her contract renewed?
I don't remember what her name is.
You guys, write in the comments. I know some of you know. She was training for how many years?
She'd been training for 7 years. She was a member of Baby Kara. She had gone through all of this training and she hadn't made it into a K-pop group, and she was late 20s, so she wasn't going to be able to get in if she didn't get in soon, and they canceled her contract.
Yeah, she was becoming too old to be a star or a K-pop star, and she was not even 30 years old.
No, exactly, because they're looking for teenagers. They want to appeal to very young girls because they're the ones that buy the CDs and the singles and go to the concerts.
Regarding plastic surgery, there are two types of ideal women in Korea, with plastic surgery and without. Kim So-hyun, who's gonna be opposite, I can't remember, I saw it in our Twitter feed.
Mickey Yoo-chan.
Mickey Yoo-chan, right. She had plastic surgery.
You think?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're used to seeing her. She's been in so many dramas already, and she's growing up. Her face looks so different. And it's only been a year since I last saw her. It's like she disappeared, had her plastic surgery, and came back. Now, some of you are gonna say, oh no, she's had plastic surgery. She's naturally beautiful. She changed a little bit. That's bullshit. She had some nips and tucks somewhere, and she almost doesn't look like the same person.
See, I disagree. She may have had nips and tucks, but girls change facially, appearance-wise, when they're in their teens. And she's still a teenager.
Do you think that's what happened?
I think that could be what has happened.
Could be what has happened. So there's nothing wrong with plastic surgery. I'm just saying, if you're talking ideal women in Korea, the pressure for stars and celebrities to have the very, very best of everything, including every piece of their appearance physically, like women with bigger eyes. This is the standard in Korea now, and the only way to get that is to have plastic surgery.
That is a good point. If you want to look for the ideal physical type, Korean drama actors, K-pop stars are a very good place to start in what they idealize in appearance. And yes, a lot of them do get plastic surgery. If not actual plastic surgery, then little things here and there like teeth veneers.
Who's not having plastic surgery that we know of that's a superstar over there?
Well, it depends upon what you consider plastic surgery, because facial peels might be considered plastic surgery, but some people may not consider them plastic
What's a facial
surgery.
peel?
That's like the chemical, they put chemicals on your face and it like takes away dead skin and like rejuvenates your appearance. Teeth
That's
veneers.
what I need. There's definitely an ideal type when it comes to celebrities, but what about the average ideal woman who, say, wants to get married?
She's probably getting close to 30. She probably is going to want to have kids, stay at home, take care of the house, manage finances.
Korea has this thing about once you're 30, you're too old to get married.
But I've also heard that women that are in their 20s want to enjoy their singlehood in their 20s as much as possible, because once they get married, they're going to be expected to have kids.
Yeah, but their parents put a lot of pressure on them. When we were chatting with one of our close friends who's getting close to the age of 30, one of the last days we were in Korea, and she was more concerned about getting married than I've ever seen her. It was a little disturbing and misguided. Let's just put it out there. I mean, I wasn't actually comfortable talking to her about it because she was my student years ago. So I knew her when she was in her early to mid 20s, and then we became friends. You're friends with her now. Not only that, she's worried about having kids. And yeah, that's a legitimate concern for women.
If you want to have kids, then you start to have the biological clock kicking. And if she wants to have kids, then her parents are probably putting pressure on her because once you hit your mid-30s, it's going to be much harder to have kids.
To me, according to a man's perspective in Korea, the ideal woman to get married is someone who is willing to quit their job and have children once it's time to have children. That is across the board, pretty much everyone. I know Koreans watch these videos, and some of you may disagree. There's a comment section down there for you to do so. But that is what we've experienced almost completely.
That is the ideal.
You're supposed to quit your job and have kids and stay home.
It doesn't mean everyone does it.
No, but they almost all do.
True.
And it's funny because when I taught university, the vast majority of girls that were in my class or women wanted jobs and didn't necessarily want that lifestyle or didn't admittedly say, this is what I'm going to do. And instead we're focusing on job interviews and getting good grades and making sure that they could support themselves once they went out into society. But then society somehow transforms this hopeful thinking to, why don't you do it this way instead? This way being get married, quit your job, have kids.
This isn't anything that is just special to Korea though, because just the other day we were at your grandmother's house and she had a similar situation where her husband expected her to give up her good paying job to stay at home and raise a family.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
So Korea is sort of where they were a couple generations ago here.
Yes, but it's still happening today.
What, here it is?
Well, yes, and some people, some women who do go to work wish that they could stay home and stay with the kids.
There's just a lot more freedom to choose really what you want to do. You do have to support yourself financially here, of course, like anywhere, but there's less pressure to, oh my goodness, I'm 30, I need to get married. Like, that's not a thing here. That's definitely a thing there. Do you ever think countries like Korea, Japan, China, some of the Asian countries will really loosen up these stringent cultural things that they have in place and women will be able to choose what they really want instead of wanting something and then getting a little bit older and then having to really change because of what society expects?
I don't know, but I hope so. I hate ideals with women because you know what? Every woman needs to make that own choice for themselves, what their ideal is, and pursue that ideal and not what society expects of them.
You get the feeling that this is sort of what's holding us back as a whole, culturally, as human beings, not just this Korean society or Western society.
And it's not even just male ideals or female ideals, it's humanity ideals because we're talking about what is ideal for women, but we have a lot of ideals for men too, and ideals for people of different genders because there are other genders besides just male and female, and I think they need thrown out.
And it isn't even really fair to say, oh, the ideal woman is like this and not like that, because then there is somebody who exists who's over in this not like that category and they're gonna feel bad or they're gonna feel whatever they feel unless they're super confident and they don't let anything bother them. But who really is that?
Yeah, everybody's got their little like self-conscious like, I don't know about this, quirks. But be proud of who you are, embrace yourself. Women, men, everyone. So that's it for today's Life in Korea.
Yeah, welcome to our new home. If you follow our vlogs or if you didn't know, we now live in the United States. We're in our new studio. This is one of your paintings that you did recently of our baby cat. It's really pretty.
Thank you. We'll be putting a link where you can go and check out my paintings and buy them if you're interested in the description box.
If you're curious if we're going to continue making videos on life in Korea and life in America, yes we are. This is one of them. The start of a new page in the Hallyu Back
book
story. Drop a note down in the YouTube comments if you have a question you'd like us to try and answer, or you can hit us up on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Hallyu Back. Hit stuff up on Snapchat. You got your phone updated, right?
Yep, it's back and working, so you can check me out on Snapchat, username Hallyu Back.
Click the like button on this video, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us and your continued support and all your love and support on our vlog channel. It's unbelievable!
And click the subscribe button if you haven't already for more Asian drama and life in Korea and America videos.
That's it for today's Life in Korea and America. Experience it!
We're home.
We're home again. It was our home in Korea, you know.
It was, but this is like, we own this house home.
This is a big home. If you guys see the house tour, I'll link it below.